Hello everyone, and welcome to what is a fresh start and a new layout. This is the room where it's going to be. As you can see, it's all painted, we've got the lights fitted and stuff like that, and we got baseboards down. This will be the lower baseboard, and then obviously you can see the batten's been put around for the upper baseboard. But first of all, I'd just like to introduce the new layout. Pretty much this is where you're going to find more updates and stuff like that, and various different videos. And my other layout is no more. I haven't fully taken it down yet, but I do plan to in the near future, once we get this started, once we get some track laid here over this side. I do plan to start taking that one down and then using the track on that one and buying some new ones, some new track, because I might start using the concrete sleepers to start building this one. Okay, so the first sort of update is the bottom baseboard. As you can see, it's running all the way around the room, and this on this baseboard here will be the fiddle yard. The fiddle yard will be over here. There'll be nothing over this side, hence why it's a smaller baseboard. But yeah, there'll be a fiddle yard over here. We plan to have about 12 or 14 lanes, so it's going to be pretty damn big. I mean, we've already started sort of setting it out. I mean, this is the centre line. So as you can see, we've got literally a ton of space either side to fill in, and basically what we're going to do, we're going to have two layers, and we're going to be running two tracks from the upper layer down to the lower layer, and these are what these bits of wood here for, because these are the ramps that are going to go from the top layer to the bottom layer. These are the two outer ramps at the moment, because the idea I want to go with is over this side. Sorry about the mess, my dad kind of left his tools here and stuff, but over this side is going to be the main station area, and then either side I'm going to have sort of lines running down off into the bottom section of the layout. That way I can run trains in and out. I mean, the problem I didn't have with the last layout was I had nowhere to store trains, but if you incorporate a fiddle yard into it, I mean, that's probably the best way you could possibly. Tons of track, loads of room, the sidings will be nice and long, so I can just store trains in there, I can leave them in there, I don't have to keep taking the wagons on and off like I did in the old layout, and it's just going to run a lot better. I mean, it's going to, what I plan to do is one outer track comes down, it will sort of finish here, and then we'll sort of branch out into one side over here, and then another track runs down this sort of side and then branches down into this side. So effectively, and the reason why the centre line is here is because we're going to have two sides to the fiddle yard, and that will allow us with two tracks. That way we can get two trains coming in and two trains coming out at once, rather than just having to depend on one single line going up and down. And that way it allows us to run more trains at once. So like I was saying, the station building will go in front of me here on this base. There'll be a second baseboard coming out to about, it'll be slightly wider just so we can fit the other tracks going down into the fiddle yard in. This will be, my plan at the moment is for it to be a two platform station. So I'll have an outer loop for when the trains come up and down, so they can park outside of the station. I can still run passenger trains in and out. Then I'll have platform 1 sort of here, then a platform line 2 and 3, platform 2, and then basically a mirrored of this side over here over that side. As you can see, we've already started putting in one of the, this isn't permanent, this is just sort of a marker, but the line you can sort of see coming down the wall is how kind of steep we're going to do it, and where we plan to put it. But apart from that, I've only really designed the station and stuff like that. I haven't really had a good look at other ideas for the layout. I don't want to do just buildings upon buildings upon buildings. I'd like to add a lot of greenery. I think maybe over in that corner over there, or this corner here, maybe add like a nice landscape sort of thing, or a cutting or something like that. Maybe we can incorporate that into it, because I think you need more than just buildings to give it a sort of a progression around the layout. But obviously we want a place to store locos as well. Obviously we can store some under the fiddle yard, but we want a TMD. That will be somewhere near the station. I'm not entirely sure yet. It might be best to go over that side, and then we'll sort of have the scenic area here, where it just runs through the countryside or through a little village or town or something like that. So that should be good. But fingers crossed, this is well, it will be 100% a better layout. We've been planning, we've got all the track and stuff like that over there, but we've been planning this fiddle yard for a good while now, a good 1 or 2 weeks. I'm not going to rush into anything like I did before. I'm going to take my time, do it properly, get it all done, test the track hundreds of times to make sure it works, keep the track clean, keep it working properly, and hopefully we can make a layout that runs better than the last one, because there were so many faults with it. I mean, you don't see it in the video, but the kind of bloopers behind it, where nothing goes to plan. All the trains used to stop and stuff like that, and it used to just get stuck underneath, whether it be cobwebs or like little bits on the track, and it just wasn't worth it. That's why I ended up taking it apart. And then my family made a change in the garden and stuff like that, of where they wanted to be, and they wanted the summer house back, so I've moved into the garage. But it's for the best. I mean, it might be a tiny bit smaller. I think it's about the same size actually, but it's going to be a lot better because it's going to be done properly and to how we want it. Okay, so obviously I'm going to be using Pico track for the fiddle yard. I did go out and buy, as you can see here, a whole box of set track. I think it was like 20 lengths in there. Yeah. And the reason I've done that is because, one, we haven't really got any set track up there. We've done most of it in flexi track. But this gives you, if we put it in the middle here, so we have the, say, 12 or 14 lanes there, done in set track, just the start of it, then we can build off of that, and then if we need to angle it or move it at in a different direction, we can then add the flexi track in afterwards. But this is kind of, once it's down, it's down, it's not going to move, whereas flexi track could move, and it's harder to line it up and get the correct measurements on each track and stuff like that. So it just makes it easier for us. It's still only wooden sleepers. I'm not going to change to concrete yet. We're going to just get through as much of the old wooden sleepers we can for like the fiddle yard and stuff like that. I've got a ton of track still up there that needs to be used, and I've still got track to take down, so if I take it down and it's still in good condition, then I'll use it. If not, then I'll buy new. But the only time I plan to probably use concrete sleepers will be on the top track. So there we go. The first sort of update of the new layout. I hope it's not really much of an update, but well, it is and it isn't. I mean, you can see the basics. We got the baseboard down. That is progress. But I'm really excited. I just want to crack on now and get going. And just get some trains running again, because you know I've got all of them sitting in their boxes and stuff, and no layout to run them on. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, feel free to comment. If you've got any ideas of what I could put on the layout, I'm a bit stuck for ideas. I don't want to use the same ideas I had before on the old one. I want a fresh start. I want to try some new things, maybe challenge my modelling abilities and stuff like that. It's the whole point of building a model railway. You're not meant to make it easy for yourself, are you? But yeah, if you have, please leave a comment. I'm open to suggestions. And if you did like it and you look forward to seeing more, then subscribe or like the video. And I'll catch you guys in the next update. Thanks for watching.